What's going on, everyone? It's time for another film review. Today we're going to talk about The Meg 2, The Trench. Yeah, I enjoyed The Meg, the first one. I thought it was fun. It's a B movie, but with a bigger budget, and it's like an homage to like the TV sci-fi movies and shark movies and stuff, and it was just fun and good. How The Meg 2, The Trench turned out? Horrible. They took a huge back step. Anyway, so it was released August 4th, 2023. It's directed by Ben Wheatley, who did High Rise, Kill List, Rebecca, and Free Fire. But yeah, The Meg 2, The Trench. Well, starts off in the prehistoric ages where you get to see a T-Rex get eaten by a Meg in the trailer. And that's it. Yeah, then you meet you get reunited with some of the original cast, and they're still working for the corporation and stuff, and they want to go deeper and find into the trench and see what they can find. So they go in this. Jason Statham and all of them. He does his transporter fighting with some of the bad guys, and then hops in the sub and goes down. And his daughter sneaks on the sub, and then sure enough, accidents happen. Megs attack, and they're stuck down below. Now, but this could have been all been planned from the bad people, because there's a random base down in the trench where no one's been before, and yeah, and then yeah, but they eventually find their way out of there, and yeah, has to try to stop the Megs from attacking people in the nearby party at Fun Island. Overall, this film feels like a sci-fi channel movie that was poorly written, like Anaconda 3 and Anaconda Trail of Blood. It felt like that. This movie's terrible. Like, you have Jason Statham doing it's basically the Meg, and then they try to put like a kraken or a giant squid into it, which had no point whatsoever to be in the movie. It just made it more annoying and stupid. You had three Megs, which turned out to be basically a copy of Megalodon Rising, which is a terrible TV movie, which I reviewed a long time ago. And yeah, and then what else happens? Well, the Megs eat metal. Okay, and yeah, overall, this film was just they took shots from other big monster movies like Jurassic Park, obviously, and did 10 times more shitty. And then they took some things of like what Underwater did, 10,000 times better, and just made it 10 times shittier and pumped out this garbage. I hated this movie. I was so bored through it. It was not worth the time at all. People are praising it for some reason, and I think this movie's pretty shit. Yeah, yeah, it's always good to see a big monster movie, but when it's a rehash of the original mixed with some random other things that have nothing to do with the film, and logic and physics and everything is thrown out the window, and just to make a dumb, dull, boring ass movie, what are you doing? Like, people in the film industry that made this should not be in the film industry. But yeah, that's why I don't watch mainstream movies, because they just frustrate me. Indie film. That's where all the fun is. But yeah. The Meg 2, The Trench, is pretty boring, dull, and a waste of time. Also, they have these random, like, cool, like, little swimming monsters that randomly walk on land and attack. And, like, there was some funny kills in it, I do admit that. But overall, this is just like a shitty sci-fi channel or TV monster movie thrown up on the big screen. And it's a complete waste of time and a waste of Jason Statham's acting. So stay away from this one. This movie's pretty terrible. Yeah, the acting is horrible. Most of the acting is pretty bad in this. And overall, it's a smidge better than The Black Demon, but not by much. So yeah, I'm going to give this film a 1 out of 5. It was pretty bad and dull, and just a complete waste of time. So, sadly, not all big monster movies are going to be great. Not all movies are great, but most of the big budget films are all shit. So, yeah, let's move on. Yeah, so that's what I thought about this. But for some reason, you wanted to check it out, I'll link the trailer down below. I think it's still in theaters right now. But yeah. But yeah, make sure you check out my Instagram as well as post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my stories. I have the film fun hashtag, the subject of the film, and the hashtag so you're aware of it. Also, my Letterbox down below at Derek P Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the films. And my Twitter's down below, reviews_Derek. So follow me on those platforms to stay in the loop with this channel. Like this video, share some more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below. Do you hate as much as I did? I hope so. And yeah, also, if you have any films or film franchises in any genre and on any streaming service that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below. I'll try my best to get them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. Make sure you subscribe. Hope we'll find something weird or scary out there. Probably never without checking it together. And also, so you hear my opinions on popular films that have come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because we're going to do another sequel next. We're going to actually do AVP, Aliens versus Predator Requiem, for the next review. I could already tell. I already seen it like a couple times, so I can tell you it's better than this one. So yeah, but that's it for this one. Watch out for all the big megalodons trying to eat all the metal in the ocean and all the giant squids trying to smack people's asses. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So that's probably be a little bit better. So until then, cheers.